76 first-class matches, a highest score of 198, 13 tons, 26 50s, 906 runs last season in the Shield at 50. A triple threat across formats, actually, but the only one that matters now is the Ashes, where he's about 24 hours fresh from being announced as the newest member of the Australian squad. Naturally, he then got in touch to jump on TGC after the fact. Jake Weatherald, congratulations on being picked for Australia in Test match cricket, and welcome to the Grade Cricketer.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Very keen to be here.
Now, this has been a long time coming, Weathers, but more recently on August 1 specifically, when the wagons were circling a little bit with your name, you were asked whether you were hoping to make the team, and you responded, "Definitely, I'm not going to lie, I'm actively hunting that spot." Yeah. Is it fair to say this is a confirmed kill?
Yeah, definitely. My first confirmed kill, yeah. Exactly right, yeah. No, it's a bit of a misread in words there for me.
Jake, of course, I mean, everyone's got their opinion about who's going to open in Perth, who's going to partner with Uzi, including the current opening batsman. Are you looking forward to introducing yourself to Uzi as Matt Renshaw?
Yeah, that might be getting me a gig, actually, definitely. I don't think he knows my name, to be honest. I've only played against him 4 or 5 times, so it could be the first time I meet him properly.
Is it when you do catch up with the squad? Like, how are you looking to apologise to Usman for not being Matt Renshaw?
Yeah, I'll probably just avoid him, to be fair. He's pretty active on social media, so I'll stay well away from him, to be honest with you.
In all seriousness, where there's like how did they tell you about yesterday? People always want to know how this stuff goes down. Like, are you waiting by the TV, like watching on a stream, or did you get a call from Bales and co?
Yeah, I got a call from Bales in the morning. It'd been pretty secretive. No one really knew what was going on until the day of the actual announcement. So it was a bit of a strange scenario for us. But for me, I'd never been picked in a squad before, so I really had no idea how I was going to go about. So once I hadn't heard for much, I just thought it wasn't a chance. So I just written it off, to be honest with you. And then my manager sort of mentioned the squad was going to be announced tomorrow, and no one's been told. And then I was still a chance, and yeah, then I just went for coffee with my mates. We were just talking about how good it'd be being over in Perth and having a bit of banter about that. And then, yeah, ended up coming through and gave me a quick call, and it just happened. And then I went to training and train, so it was good. I got the word playing. I was going to the squad, and then I could just go and train and enjoy that, which was great.
Do you have Bales' number in your phone, kind of thing? Like, is it an unknown number? Like, is he calling a private number? Just let's get into the details.
Yeah, no, he came. I had his number saved in. He's given me a few calls before, just talking about other things. So, I had that locked in. So I answered pretty quickly. I didn't fumble it too badly. I wanted to come across as like I thought I was keen to be there. I should be there and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I was good enough to just answer the right questions at the right time. So it was good.
So you were having coffee with mates. I presume there might have been Kingborough Cricket Club mates,
Yep.
and so you get the phone call. Did you just walk back to the table, just sit down nice and calmly, and then say, "I'm going to be in the squad," or like how did you break it to the boys?
Yeah, well, I catch up with one of my mates who's he's got a bit of a thing right now. We sort of talk about his bowling more than my cricket, to be honest with you. He's currently played the most games in grade cricket to never play a first class game. Lincoln Street's his name. So he holds a record. I think he's played 250 games without playing an A grade game. Actively hunting that too, by the way. So he at the moment he can't get a gig. So we'll just talk about that. I just got told, and then I didn't want to speak about it. Didn't want to make it about myself, and then went ahead and hit my housemate who lives with me at the moment too. Who plays for Clarence as well too. So I left it until after it had all been announced. So I try to make it less about myself, selflessly.
So like, sorry to get into this too much minutiae, Jake, but like when you have a hit with your housemate, firstly, does your housemate play cricket, or have you just been picked for Australia and you've gone, all right, we're having a hit now? and how did you hit him? Like after, like what's it like to be picked for the Australian team and then having a hit?
Yeah, it was strange because he's a very good cricketer himself, don't get me wrong. But for him, it's like I love him bowling at me. He's not a very good bowler, by the way. So I get him to bowl at 16 yards with an indoor ball. And I just got to work. I absolutely smacked the shit out of them. So I was happy, to be honest with you. I said, I must be ready. I'm ready for Mark Wood if he comes at me now. Up 16 yards with an indoor ball was pretty challenging. But I didn't let him know at all. So it's a bit of a strange occurrence when you walk in and it's just me and him going at each other from 16 yards.
That's awesome. And Jake, you've performed so well. I mean, as well as anyone in the last few years opening the batting. you're in a great position now to tell us how hard it is to have an 1,100 run first class season. Given the conditions in Australia. So I mean, how difficult has it been opening the batting in Australia?
Yeah, it's definitely evolved since when I first started. I came into first class cricket, and you probably felt like the wickets were pretty true normally for most of the game. They were mostly draws and a pretty hard to get a result. But then as time's gone on, it's just got harder and harder to open the batting, and the ball just moves around quite a bit more substantially now, and it's just been more challenging. Teams are trying to get results pretty quickly now, so trying to get the game done by 3 or 4 within 3 days. So as an opening batter, it's just been a good challenge for me to find a method that works in challenging conditions, especially being down here at Bell Reeve. The game moves quickly in the first 2 days, so if you can find ways to score runs and early in the game, it really puts a lot of pressure on the team. So it's been a great learning curve for me, and it's definitely helped me become the cricketer I am now. But yeah, it's finding that method's taken a while. Probably why it's taken me till I was 31 to find a way into the Australian team. So yeah, it's been hard, but yeah, good fun.
We're really lucky to catch you now, Jake. Like so soon after the announcement. Is it a moment for being sentimental? Do you think about Darwin and friends and family and everyone who's helped get you to where you are, including yourself? Or are you just straight into plans and nets and visualising taking down Jofra?
I'm probably the latter part, to be fair. I probably already visualised about every bowler trying to smack him around. So I've been trying my best just to find ways to stay calm and back what I'm doing right now, and everything's all right. But it's hard not to think in the future. But yeah, I've been trying to be a little bit courteous of other people's time. Obviously, with my friends and family, it's obviously a big moment for them. They've obviously spent a lot of time with me and invested a lot of energy in making me who I am. So yeah, and I thought obviously my wife and my direct family, I had to make sure I did the calls and did all the right things yesterday to make sure they were as much a part of it as I've been. So yeah, it was a long day, to be fair, but I'm happy it's come. So yeah, it was good.
I mean, and you've also been off Instagram and then all of a sudden picked in Australia back on Instagram. So I mean, how many old schoolmates are looking for tickets for Perth in the DMs?
Yeah, there was quite a few, to be fair. Yeah, there was absolutely quite a few. Yeah, I've had about 30 people I haven't talked to in about 20 years. So obviously from Darwin as well. They said they're going to fly across. But yeah, it's cool to be a part of, obviously. Obviously getting after tickets I've been trying to figure out what the ticket allocation is. But yeah, I'll probably just leave that to my wife, to be honest with you. She can look after that, and I'll just try to make some runs. I'll maybe just not to nick off early, or if I get a game, not nicking off early and not making a fool of myself, to be honest with you.
You just caught yourself there. So obviously you're starting. You've been told that.
Yeah.
Jake,
And captain.
there's and you're captaining. No, there is a bit of conjecture about the makeup of the side. So do they go with yourself up top, -3, Green 6, or do we make room for Slug, which probably squeezes you out? To that end, what sort of things have you been doing to influence that over the last few weeks? Like we saw Slug drop one at the junction last week. You were at mid-off. Did you? I don't know why you started clapping.
That's a good point.
Are you looking to get vocal when Greenie's bowling in the nets? Like, gee, you're looking good, Greenie, and you're looking fit.
Yeah.
And it looks like you can get through
exactly
your loads. What's the plan?
No, I'm trying to get Slug in the gym because he doesn't go there very often. So he finds ways to get injured when he goes in the gym or does any sort of physical activity. So as much as I can get him in there, obviously injured his ankle trying to do like bunny hops or whatever he's trying to do for the first time. I've never seen him warm up ever. So if did his first warm up, rolled his ankle. So yeah, I'm probably just trying to find ways to do that. I'll probably get in Bales' ear when I get into camp and just say, look, yeah, he's struggling in the grippers as well. We're not catching them well, not hitting them well. But yeah, I'll try. I'll see what happens. But yeah.
Slug probably stepped on his piece in the gym until he rolled his ankle.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, that's his real love.
Yeah. Now, doing some research, Jake. I mean, you played 2 seasons for Barnsley in the Yorkshire League. Then you also had a season in the East Anglian League as well. Now, one game for Barnsley though, you hit 270 in a 50-over game. In your side's total of 512. I mean, do you understand the legacy that you're leaving for these nobody nuffy clubbies that have now played with and against someone that piled on runs in some garbage league, probably quite good, and then they can say, I'm in the Ashes squad too, do you understand that?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, it was a pretty funny game, to be fair. It was absolutely carnage, to be honest with you. We were playing a T20 final the day after, or the day after. So I just thought, you may as well just go out and slog. But yeah, it was a pretty funny. They obviously got relegation there. So that team was getting relegated already. So to make it worse, and about 2 guys were retiring at 40 years old in that team. The other team were playing against, and they were both spin bowlers. So it's a pretty good, memorable finish to their careers. But yeah, no, it was a pretty funny game. I've had some great experiences going over the UK. You meet some amazing characters. You get sledged more than anything. I've got more send-offs and more abuse in Sunday games than I've had in any other form of cricket. Obviously, they just think you're shit unless you make runs. And even when you make runs, you should make more. So it's been a good experience. But I've had to play with some amazing cricketers. Monty Panesar played with at Norwich, Greater Witchingham Cricket Club. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Funniest cricketers I've ever played with. It was just an amazing experience to play with him. And I spent some time in London with him. He was trying to get a girlfriend there, so I've watched that at first hand. He didn't piss on any bouncers this time, so that
was great. When you played with Monty, we've heard stories of him out here at mid-on in Sydney grade games, just talking into his Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Was that something he was doing when you were with him?
Yeah, there was in between things. He just found funny things to do. Like, I just couldn't believe how slow he was on the field. And just some of the comments he made. I remember we had this guy he played with at Essex, and he just started abusing him. Like, this is the guy that hadn't said a word to any other batter. They just started saying he was the most horrific cricketer. It got really personal. The game stopped. Monty just would not back down, just absolutely tore this guy to shreds. And I was like, what was that all about, Monty? And he's just like, mate, that bloke's an absolute fuckhead. I was like, how do you know him? He goes, oh, mate, he chirped me once in a grade game 30 years ago. I was like, that shows how old you are, mate. So, yeah, he's just a funny guy. And going out with him's incredible. I've never seen a guy talk to so many girls in the space of 10 minutes. He's a funny guy. So, no, he was very good fun to be around. But, yeah. Gee, the stories, ring true when you meet him.
I saw an article recently, Jake, about your process. Like you've turned into like a work machine when it comes to your netting and your practice, and it all started with like wanting to learn guitar really quickly, the way Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine did, which was to practice guitar playing 8 hours a day. And then after you did that for a few weeks, you thought, I'm a professional cricketer. Perhaps I should do this for my job as well. Can you take us through that process, and does Tom Morello remain an inspiration to you?
Yeah, no, he certainly does. There's just like this app you can buy. I forget what it's called, but it was on. I bought this app, like this masterclass app thing that you can buy, and then he was on it, and I loved my guitar. So, and I was horrific. Don't get me wrong, like I couldn't play at all. So I said, oh, what did Tom Morello do? And he spent 8 hours every day to become who he was. And I did it. Rachel, my wife, absolutely hated it. I sounded horrific. I tried to sing and try to play other songs. And then, and then I just said, well, why don't I do this in cricket as well? And then I got injured pretty much straight after that. So I couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. But yeah, it was a good experience. Don't be wrong. Like I definitely learned a lot, but I dragged a few people with me. Henry Hunt, who plays for the Sackers, took him along with me. He jumped in a few sessions. A guy called Will Bazisto jumped in a few sessions as well. So it was a good experience, but yeah, I'm not sure it's the best way of going about things, to be honest with
you. Who are like the guys who have some musical chops around the modern cricket scene? Like we know in the past, Jason Frazier, pretty good on guitar.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Binger.
Binger. Okay. Yeah. Who else? Can anyone play now?
It's a bit of a fallen art, to be fair. But yeah, most people can, like, there's 2 guys in our team that play pretty well, but at the same time, like, we're all pretty novice at it. We just try, have a crack at a few songs, but in general, like, yeah, most people are pretty average. I think Peter Neville and stuff like that. Frankie Worrell was awesome at it. He was sort of the guy that I sort of sat down and go, like, I'd like to be as good as him sort of thing. He was awesome at playing. But yeah, in general, the music taste has got pretty average ever since sort of pop country sort of came into the framework. It's just got really shit, to be fair. So I'm pretty disappointed in the way the world's going at the moment. So
yeah, you still sticking with Rage and that kind of thing? Are they your influences?
No, I'm real old school. I'm like blues music. I love all that stuff. So like I love my rap music and stuff like that and all that sort of stuff. But you know, pop country needs to die, I think. So anything to do with those guys at the moment just gets being played regularly. I just can't listen to it. So lot of the younger guys are playing that at the moment. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Louis Cameron did a piece on you for cricket.com.au about a net session you had in 2023 where everything just sort of came together and you haven't looked back since. Can you tell us about how fucking good this net was? And are we to deduce that we are all just one good net away from seeing God and everything just being figured out?
Yeah, potentially, definitely. That's what I say, obviously, all the time. I've actually still got the footage of that net session on my phone.
How'd you hit him?
I hit him absolutely amazingly. I remember just hitting the ball everywhere, and I was thinking, why have I not done this my whole career? And I guess you go through all these experiences of first-class cricketer technically and mentally, and then it just all clicked, and ever since then I've just been doing the same thing every day since. And I've become pretty fastidious in doing that, and it's worked. So, but yeah, this net session was incredible. And it was on Syntho, nothing really different to what I was doing. I just changed a few things technically and mentally, and it just flowed from there. So yeah, every time I struggle, I just look at that footage and sort of say, like, that's what I'm trying to aspire to be. And yeah, it was pretty amazing, really.
Like ball machine or blokes bowling to you?
Or your housemate? Yeah.
No, it was just one of the guys wanging. Just a guy wanging, and I just absolutely smashed shit out on that day. It was great. It was just, I'd been battling so much. I hadn't hit a ball out of the middle for honestly a month. I couldn't get a first class game. I was sort of a bit nowhere. And then we had a second lemon game coming up and made 200 in that, and then sort of just never stopped since. So it's been great.
Oh, the net that changed my life.
Oh,
yeah, no, exactly right. No, it's a pretty cool moment.
Just on that, Jake, like someone like you could have. You're 31 years old, which makes you the youngest player in the side.
next gen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk to Tugger. Someone like you could have pursued the franchise stuff to the exclusion of red ball stuff, but you stayed. Like, why?
Oh, to be honest with you, I think franchise cricket's shit. So, and it's just like, there's no respect in it, really. I think there's like, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. I think respect is in Test cricket. It's still the most respected game there is, and I think as a cricketer, you're valued on that. I'm not a disrespect to all the guys that obviously play franchise cricket, you know, making money and that part of your life's amazing. But for me, it was always just trying to play Test cricket and had the respect of trying to push for the highest level in the best team in the world, and that was playing for Australia. So that sort of just was my goal from the get go, and the franchise stuff was just never a thing for me. And yeah, I probably wasn't good enough for it either, to be fair.
Oh, the people are going to love this. This is amazing. I mean, you also scored 100 last year for Tassie, and you celebrated with the gritty. So we're looking at it's a shaved head, it's an ear piercing, it's a chain, it's a sleeve, it's Darwin, it's internet dance trends after bulk runs. Is this the brand that Australia needs right now? Are there tats with a good backstory that the nation can get behind, Jake?
Yeah, you'd hope so. A bit of a rebrand for Cricket Australia. Move on from Uzi. That won't be a chance. That's the first sign for him. A bit of a rebrand, I think, for us. Obviously, they've been stuck with Travis the Bogan from South Australia, so hopefully I can bring something different.
Just coming and fucking hose everybody. We were talking earlier in our show, on our last show, Jake, about Cricket Australia promoting Josh Phillippe's hair transplant and suggesting that it had coincided with a huge uptick in his average. I mean, do you have a view on that? You're wearing a wonderful cap at the moment, but we are brothers in some senses.
Yeah.
Will you be looking at that yourself, or are we happy with the setup?
Yeah, potentially. Turkey might be on the cards now. If I play a few more games, might get a bit more money. So that might be on the cards. Little trip to Turkey might be on the cards for me. Yeah. You can join as well. We get our teeth done. It'll be perfect.
The trumpet's dusted.
But no, Josh needed that. Obviously, no facial hair for him. It was a great rebrand for him. He needed it.
Just on this, there was a Betoota Advocate headline yesterday. That's my Bible. England captain Ben Stokes criticised inclusion of Ray Shoesmith. Criticised the inclusion of Ray Shoesmith in Australia's Ashes squad. It went on to say that Weatherald's resemblance to Shoesmith, the stoic, cold-eyed hitman from the dark comedy drama, has triggered confusion among the British press and apparently their national captain. So I'd say, like, as a fellow bald man, I could scarcely think of a better lookalike as an opening bat, for you, who's just about to stare down England's quicks. Like, are you happy with that comparison?
I was happy with it at the start, and then my missus obviously looked at it and she was just like, couldn't get that out of her head. So it might cost me a little bit in the bedroom, to be fair. But it's just going to be an interesting time for me, to be fair. But yeah, no, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Just a more of a serious question, Jake, because actually all of these have been serious. But I mean, how have you found in the Shield, like facing your Fergus O'Neills, your Brendan Doggett, who's obviously in the squad as well, your Nathan McAndrew had a great season last year, Sean Abbott as well. He played like less Shield recently because he's been in so many squads. But I mean, how have you found facing those guys? Like not sort of like raw extreme pace, quick enough, but how have you found like who's impressed you with the Shield with the ball?
Oh, they've all been really impressive. Obviously, I played with Nathan McAndrew when he first came across from New South Wales, and he's just involved into such a great bowler and great skills. Like I never knew that. It's a credit to him, really, the way he could develop and become so good. Obviously, he's going through a few troubles at the moment with injuries and stuff like that, but he's been an amazing change in his career. His skills to left-handers coming around the wicket and swinging away is something that, is invaluable. And Brendan Doggett's pace and skill with the ball. Obviously, I spent a bit of time with them in South Australia. Those two guys are standout performers in first-class cricket and someone I hate facing. So, but yeah, Fergus O'Neill and Sean Abbott, they're just high-class bowlers. O'Neill absolutely sorted me out the last game on a wicket that really suits him, and he just made it really hard. The fact he can hit the 7 metre length and still hit the stumps is something that I think it's going to be really integral to him. And I think in conditions, that suit him, he's just unbelievably good. And hopefully he gets a chance of playing touch cricket. I think he's definitely good enough. And same with Sean. I think if he gets a chance as well, he's been a standout performer for so long. But yeah, I think it's a credit to first-class system in general at the moment. The bowling's going to the roof. We've got some great bowlers, and the conditions they're in, they're making the most of it. And hopefully the wickets are going to be like that when we play in Australia, and they'll be able to make the most of it.
You have been in the mix for this squad for quite some time, Jake. You mentioned the Vics there. I know, they're coached by Buck. You've worked with Buck before. Since being selected, or even in the lead up to it, have you heard from any top order Test players, former, that have given you any advice on what to expect, at that next level? What sort of things do you think will be in your mind about what this standard of cricket will be like if you do get a game?
I spent a bit of time with Buck last week. We played the Shield game, and then I went for dinner with him. So that was cool. To be honest, Buck's, me and Buck are probably a little bit different in the way we view the game. Obviously, he's a superstar and someone I look up to greatly, and has helped me heaps with my technique and stuff like that. But yeah, he just sort of said, you need to figure out your own way and find ways to do it and back what you're doing now and just stay consistent with that, which was good advice, instead of him going, no, mate, you need to rebrand yourself, you need to find ways to be better and all that sort of stuff. So from that point of view, I probably lent on him a fair bit. In terms of he's probably the past player that I fondly remember as from watching as a cricketer. I loved watching him play, and obviously I spent a lot of time with him through the MPS. So he's probably the guy that I've probably spent the most time talking to about, potentially playing Test cricket and what it's like. But he just talked about the media and all that sort of stuff, and just staying calm and just staying present and enjoying it. So no, he was good.
He's a smart guy, Buck. Have you circuited with him?
Yes, I have. Yeah, yep. It was actually pretty impressive, to be fair. But to be honest with you, it's like a little bit hard because he sort of takes up too much of the dance floor and sort of makes it about himself a bit too much. Since he's had 2 kids, though, he's quieting down quite a bit. But yeah, no, he was. I was the MPS, and he'd always end up finding a way out with us, even though we're 18, 19. He'd find a way out with us, the Mammoth, Woolly Mammoth in Brisbane there. And we'd have like training the next day. And I remember Josh Philippi had a massive night, and we had a session, and Buck had to spray him because he'd got caught drinking. So Buck had to spray him about drinking that night, even though Buck's the one who took him out. So, yeah, it was good fun.
That's great. I'm excited. I hope you captain the nation in the first test. Don't worry about batting. Yeah. I've got you in as captain now.
Good. Weathers, mate, thanks so much. It's a massive privilege for us to be able to hear from you so soon after being selected. Australia's behind you, mate. Congratulations on the selection and on all the work you've done to get here. Everyone's very proud of you. So wishing you the best for the series ahead.
Oh, thanks for that. I really appreciate you guys letting me come on.